The following is a WDTN special presentation of the United Rehabilitation Services television special. Now, here are your hosts, Mark Allen and Colleen Sullivan.
Now joining me, very special family, the Scinto family. Let's talk really quickly about, we're here today, we're asking everyone to donate and we're asking them to dig deep. We know it's the holiday season, but really to put a face on this organization, you have seen firsthand what this organization does for people.
You know, Colleen, we have, and Carly is an example of that. We've seen her in the tape that we've already watched, and she grows by leaps and bounds. She does things. She's doing sentences. She tries to feed herself now. She's 8 years old and making more progress than we ever thought she could before we came to URS.
And tell me a little bit about what she's doing and what the good people at URS are doing to help her in this rehabilitation. I'll bring this microphone. I know, it's kind of attached to me, Kathy.
Okay.
Right. Carly receives all the therapies that she needs there to help her grow and develop. She's receiving speech therapy, she's receiving physical therapy, occupational therapy, and hydrotherapy, which she absolutely loves. She loves being in the water. Not to mention the wonderful care that she gets there when she's there for daycare after school.
And as a parent, it must be wonderful to see some really great programs helping your daughter succeed. Tell me about how, I mean, you just said, Mike, that she's come so far in a very short period of time. As a parent, talk to other parents about, obviously, you're faced with different challenges.
Right. With a child with special needs, it's not easy to find a place where you will feel that your child will be safe and well cared for and given the extra special attention that she needs and the extra help. And we have found that place at URS.
And obviously she's probably made some good friends there as well.
Oh yes. She spoke the name of one of her caregivers before she spoke mommy. Yes, it's true. That
is something big. Now, Zach, you're the big brother here, so you're kind of noticing how has it been to be the older brother, to watch your sister kind of, develop more so at a quicker rate?
It's pretty cool. I think she's actually doing really well than she did before she went to URS. So.
And how long has she been getting treatment with URS?
Oh my gosh, 5 years now? Yeah, in fact, when URS was in its other facility by Children's, is when I first found URS, and it was amazing. It was a godsend, really, because we were trying to find daycare, therapies, all in one place. Boom, there we were.
And so many people, their lives are affected. So if you can say, because we keep asking people to donate, I'm going to say the number again, 293-0200. You can also go to ursdayton.org to donate over the internet, or you can go to 877-311-4877. Really, this is what I'm asking you to tell people why they need to give.
Well, for one thing, very quickly, Colleen, I've been in radio here for 30 years, and I've been doing telethons, and until you have a child, you say to people, give, but until you feel it and until you see it and what can happen, you just feel through us, if you would, that it needs to be done. And, there are people, we're not paupers, but there are people out there who just can't afford the services and need the help. And please, for them, for healthy children, for children who need the help, just call. I mean, a few bucks, please.
Truly. And, of course, a lot of people are going out shopping and doing all their holiday shopping. They can give to URS in lieu of a gift, which would be very generous. And I think any person who receives that knowing that a contribution was made on their behalf would be wonderful. And now we're going to show you, as we've just been talking about the Scinto family, we're going to show you a little bit more of what URS has to offer.
Take a moment and think. Where would you find assistance if your child was born with disabilities or had special needs? How would your family cope with the additional expense and the increased time and effort that are required to provide proper care? Who would you turn to for support?
United Rehabilitation Services had a reputation for 50 years providing high-quality services to children and adults with disabilities throughout this area. Our challenge is to continue to seek ways to make sure that we can meet the needs of the individuals we currently serve and those that are growing in our community. United Rehabilitation Services moved to this new state-of-the-art facility over 6 years ago now, and we have now been able to provide services to people from up to 11 counties. We serve somewhere between 350 and 400 people every day as part of the continuum of care that we provide for the community here.
We adopted Carly back 8 years ago now, and we knew there were problems in the hospital because she was born 5 weeks premature.
Was at her 6-month checkup. She wasn't doing things that our son had done, at different stages in his development. Like she couldn't even hold her head up at that point, and we just point blank asked him if he thought she had cerebral palsy, and he pretty much said yes. And we're in for a bumpy ride. I'd say her most recent biggest accomplishment is just the increase in her vocabulary and in her interaction with other people.
And for people who worry about funding, it's money unbelievably well spent. And for what little it actually costs somebody to contribute to an operation like this, you don't know. You just can't know how much it means to families.
Although we have many children with special needs, there are also many adults who benefit from United Rehabilitation Services programs. Some of these adults have severe disabilities and need specialized care. Others may need assistance to communicate or learn how to perform activities required in daily living. Many can learn to perform in the workforce, completing tasks that provide each individual with a feeling of satisfaction and positive self-worth. Our Speech and Language Pathology Center has programs which range from sign language to electronic communications and are individualized to meet the unique needs of the child or adult. Early detection of any hearing loss is the key in helping that child live a normal life. Oftentimes, we take the simplest things for granted. Imagine wanting to reach out to someone but not having the physical or verbal capabilities to do so.
Along with speaking, I use this device to connect to a computer so I can do my work.
I think Ian's biggest accomplishment is his ability to use his computer a lot of different ways. He uses his Vanguard to communicate with people, and he uses his Vanguard to have a job as well.
Our Adult Activity Center offers services to promote skill development with activities of daily living, positive social behaviors, adult basic education, and other activities designed to increase independence.
Statistics will say that 1 in 10 people has a disability, a severe disability that affects their lives, and we're seeing that need in this community grow every day. We serve a full continuum of clients. The individuals that we serve range from 6 weeks in age all the way up to, at present, our oldest client is 84 years old. We're finding a growing need both at the early stages because of the number of children who are born with developmental delays and disabilities, but also at the older ages as medical technology and advances in healthcare have allowed people with severe disabilities to live much longer. Our adult services program has been expanded to include a community employment component so that we can work with individuals here in our facilities to help them develop the vocational skills that they need to be successful on a regular job with a community-based employer.
I work at TJ Maxx clothing store. I want to work harder, and I want to keep on going. I love my job. They keep me busy, and that's what I do for a living.
At United Rehabilitation Services, we're tying it all together to make sure that the individuals with disabilities that we serve have a chance to be as independent as possible in our community.
These are just a few of the lives we changed. We've been impacting lives for 50 years.
As a mom and as a working mom, it is really important and has just taken such a burden off me to know that there's such a place as URS where I can know that Carly is safe and well taken care of and well loved, Monday through Friday. It's just been such a blessing.
Individuals that we work with when they first get a brand new device, it's so exciting for them. It's such a freeing experience because they've been using, symbols or gestures that just haven't been effective for them in the past. And recently we just actually got a young boy working on getting him a device, and he actually tried to kiss me when I gave him his device because it was just such an experience that he's never had the opportunity to have before.
Where would they go? Who would be available to help them and their families? What type of life would they live without the services and the advocacy provided by United Rehabilitation Services on their behalf? Take a moment and think.